Dress to Impress owner Gigi has been canceled. Also, trigger warning before we get into this video, because some of the things that we're going to talk about might be triggering for some other people. So if you don't want that, please click off this video. Sarah is the owner of It Girl, which is a fashion game right here, like Dress to Impress. Now, this is important to remember because we're going to be talking about this. But let's go back to the thread. Speaking out against Gigi, the owner of DTI. Trigger warning, mentions of blank, a thread. Here's the doc for anyone who wants to read it. The doc is basically just the thread, so we're just going to read the thread. I didn't want to make this tweet, but I feel like I've been done so wrong that I can't stay silent. I'll be using the word allegedly a lot in my tweet to avoid any potential legal trouble because Gigi has threatened people with legal action if they were to reveal her true personality. I believe everything that I'm about to write is true. I won't let her threats of legal action or her status scare me into being silent, and I won't tolerate this level of disrespect towards my work or myself. Some names are censored because they wish to remain anonymous. I also had to leave out some screenshots and people's testimonies because they're afraid of being harassed, sued, or fired. I'm sure you all know the owner of Dress to Impress, Gigi. I've never had a problem with her, nor did I think she had a problem with me, since she added me a few days after It Girl was released. However, a couple of her ex-developers have reached out to me in the past few days and told me some things that she said about me in my game. According to her ex-developers, she allegedly had a group chat with her developers and friends, where they have constantly spoken badly about my game, as well as myself. They weren't just petty little comments. There were some really vile things said, which is why I won't let this go. The first biggest claim I want to talk about, which is also the claim that drove me to write this, is that she allegedly told her group chat that if my game blew up, she would frame me of being a blank. When she said this in the group chat, her ex-developers had a negative reaction to this joke. So she deleted the message, which two pics are from two former DTI devs, which is already insane. TLDR, Gigi was jealous of It Girl, which I really don't know why, because if we go to It Girl here, It Girl has 2,000 people playing. I have played It Girl before. It's a great game. And Dress to Impress has 250,000 people playing. Like, why are you scared of It Girl? But she has some pictures. Both have worked in DTI. So we have Choi here. She wanted to frame owner of It Girl of blank to get her canceled. So they reacted weirdly. So the other devs didn't like this. Okay, it was just Gigi. And then another person came out and said this as well. The second claim is that she allegedly wanted to DMCA my game for being a copy. I've never spoken publicly about this, but my game has been in development since last year. And my main inspiration was actually Nova City, formerly known as Sugar Girls. Another key inspiration for the body/clothing style was Royal High. DTI did not revolutionize youth's layered clothing in dress-up games. So to call It Girl a copy is not fair because you can easily say the same thing about DTI and Fashion Famous, which is so true. I feel like there's a lot of copy games, like copycat games that come up, like Jailbreak, and then Mad City came up, and then Bloxburg has Berry Avenue, Brookhaven, all of that. But each of them have their own thing to it, I guess. And also, the more the merrier. Like, when did this whole copy thing get so big? You know what I mean? It's called inspiration. But again, we have some receipts from that. Basically, I was working with Gigi for a while. We were really good friends, but then some months ago, she became super petty and actually got very jealous of your game, which is, again, something that I don't get. Because, again, Dress to Impress is pulling in massive amounts of numbers, and people who don't even play Roblox know about Dress to Impress, which is insane. Like, Madison Beer played Dress to Impress. Like, girl, give your pat on the back and move along, okay? Stop being jealous of other games. Like, you're doing good. Comparison is a thief of joy, all right? I'm just telling you. There's also some more people talking about it as well. Shaded your game, saying the faces were ugly, too big. Some of the clothes were copied, and other things that were copied allegedly. Gigi has also done nothing to stop trolls from constantly hating on my game, which is something that I would do if I were in her shoes. But knowing what I know now, I understand why she never did. Since the hate was also coming internally from her and her team, this is a bit aside from the point, but her game is constantly one of the top games on Roblox. So I don't understand why she felt threatened by a small game like mine. Exactly what I was thinking. But she also wrote this. So this is from Gigi. Otherwise, I was very mad because I felt like my game was being copied. And I also saw some TikTok videos shading Dress to Impress, which triggered me so much. But still, I know that's no excuse. I'm truly sorry for making those comments about your game, even if it was in private chats. It was never right. Now I see that there's no need to feel threatened by other games. So the first big thing was that she was threatened by It Girl. She thought it was being copied, and she was jealous. But making threats about, accusing her of being something that she's not, now that's a little overboard. Another one of her developers told me that she allegedly somehow got a photo of me and sent it in the group chat, that they were fat shaming me and making jokes about me breaking the floor. I don't have any pictures of me online, so I instantly knew that they were bullying some random girl. But that still doesn't change the fact that they were trying to bully me for how I look. The ex-developers don't have screenshots of her behavior because she would delete the messages, and they were also removed from the group chat that these conversations took place. For anyone who may be doubting these things were actually said, Gigi herself reached out to me and tried to send me an apology. So Gigi herself sent Sarah an apology, and this is where you see that all of this stuff is actually true, because why would Gigi send an apology? So this is what she said. Hey Sarah, I'd like to deeply, sincerely apologize for all my comments made about your game and also my comments about you. I'm very, very, very sorry, and I shouldn't have said those things. Trust me, if I was in the heat of the moment, it was in the heat of the moment, and I would have never said it otherwise. I was just very mad because I felt like my game was being copied. And I also saw TikTok videos shading Dress to Impress, which triggered me so much. This was like the second half of what we saw up here. So she just wanted to send the whole message because some people were saying that this is not true. There are also some other photos where she was being racist and fat phobic. But after this came out, a ton of people came out saying their own experience with Gigi, and well, it's not really great. Peter over here, which is one of the Dress to Impress OG streamers, he was removed from the program for supporting Miss Spongy's game, It Girl. So this is the message. After careful consideration, unfortunately, we have decided to remove you from our influencer program based on the fact that we are currently doing a massive revamp of our influencer program. I've been a part of the influencer program for some months, and they decided to remove me as soon as I got a code in It Girl and was promoting their game on my live streams instead of DTI. They claimed that I didn't meet requirements or share the same values as them, but I called B. Another person, Jen over here, came out with their own experience: rude, leaker, exploiter, copier, inappropriate, and more. Hacking and exploiting fashion dolls, pretending to be 19, working for me and messaged a fan, game notifying access to an unseen update in exchange for explicit photos. Now this is where it gets insane. Like, that's insane. I mean, this was all insane from the beginning. Royal Luna also came out, a creator here. I'm gonna put these here. Gigi was so scared I was gonna make a doc on her. She sent Owen and Umoya after me. I felt so pressured. Obviously gets paid by Gigi, as we saw from Peach. Extra to DM stuff for Gigi. So I feel like the devs are being thrown into this as well, because they are just trying not to get on Gigi's bad side and just doing things for her so they can get paid and move on. But then Gigi finally made a document, a statement of her recent allegations. So here it is. Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to address the allegations that have been going around on Twitter. I've been thinking about how to approach this, and I think it's best to just do it up front and honest with you all, so here's my side. Before I say anything, I want to genuinely apologize for any hurt I have caused for the things I've said that have offended anyone. I never meant to offend or upset anyone, but I get that my words and actions have impact, and I'm really sorry for that. I'm learning, and I know I need to be more aware, especially with my big platform. I own that. I'm committed to being better moving forward. Half of these instances when I was 14, which in no way is an excuse. They aren't recent. I also want to clarify that I'm LGBTQ+ and not homophobic. I'm shaking while typing this because things I did so young are coming back to haunt me now, especially since a lot of it's being twisted or taken out of context. And just to clear this up, I saw someone say I'm in my 20s. I am not. I am currently 17. Blank comment and It Girl shade. I will admit I made a vile, disgusting comment. It was a huge mistake and I regret deeply, but I want to explain the context. No, not as an excuse, but to help you understand what led to the moment. Sarah and her devs shaded me on TikTok and Twitter. I saw those posts in the heat of the moment when emotions were running high. I reacted very, very poorly. I was upset, angry, and made a very wrong choice. I lashed out and said something that should never be said. I want to be very clear. It was never intended to be taken seriously. It was a horrible comment, one that I instantly regretted. You should never ever joke about something as serious as blank, and I fully understand the gravity of that. I'm absolutely disgusted with myself for making that comment. And there's no excuse for it. It was vile, horrible, and completely wrong. And I deeply regret everything I've said. One of the allegations being thrown at me is that we fat shame Sarah, which is 100% untrue. I want to make it very clear, at no point did I ever discuss her appearance to make comments about her body. I don't even know how she looks like. No photos of her were shared, and I would never condone that kind of behavior. It's hurtful to even have that accusation out there. I know how damaging that kind of talk can be, and I would never want to be a part of something like that. Proof I didn't start shading It Girl first. So she put out some proof of some pictures. It says, why are you trying to copy DTI? And then live says, I don't give a blank. There's also some photos over here. DTI wannabe looks at these hairs and their afro braid counterparts. Finally a runway dress up game with a cute afro hairstyle. So this is from the It Girl Roblox page, and they were basically shading DTI that we have this and they don't. NSFW server and pass. I made some terrible choices when I was 14 and I've spent years trying to move past them. I've learned from those mistakes and I'm not the same person I was back then. What's really frustrating is seeing those old actions that being twisted and misrepresented now, and that honestly is just as disgusting. I was never ever racist. I have never been racist toward black people or any other race, and I never will be. The accusation is a blatant lie. Any racist jokes I made were towards my own race/ethnicity, which is still disgusting, but I was also 14. I never doxed anyone. I never bought blank from minors. It's an extremely sensitive topic for me, and I hate that I have to bring that up again because it's traumatizing. When I was 14, me and a friend trusted each other, sent images to each other. I was very young and stupid. Regarding the Discord server, that was made years ago. I want to be clear, no pictures of minors were ever shared. Yes, it was a NSFW server, which in hindsight is really gross and inappropriate, but at the time I was just a bored kid. I honestly don't even remember much what happened in the server. It's something that I'm deeply disgusted by now. I apologized to Choey for how I handled his mental health concerns, explaining that I misunderstood due to language barriers and thought he was lying because he asked for payment immediately after returning. I regret not being more empathetic and supportive during such a sensitive moment. I also apologize for being too harsh in my critique of his work, admitting that I should have been more constructive rather than critical. I mentioned that I kept him on the team even during his 4-month absence when he didn't have a computer out of trust and respect. I also addressed the Dior bag situation. I never received the file and that the payment I made covered that scrapped item. I'd also like to speak about how these messages were taken and spoken up about after I had to fire the 2 ex-devs. I understand how much I hurt you, but I wish you would have told me at the moment than to have bad blood to tell me I did something wrong online. A lot of the fat phobia screenshots were me joking around, which still doesn't make it right. I thought they were my friends and I felt comfortable with them. And in this photo, you can see Gigi replying to the sticker with a picture, and it says POV you at a Walmart. And then I think this is her friend responded with you in Miami, ashamed to change to bikini. The whole situation has been really weighing on me. I've had to let go of people I cared about, and it's been a lot to handle. I need to take a step back and process everything, reflect on my actions, and focus on how I can be better. This has been tough, but I'm taking responsibility and using this as a chance to grow. I'll be taking some time to focus on myself and my mental health and figure things out. Thank you so much for those who have been understanding and supportive. It means a lot. Now, even though she made the statement, people are coming out and saying the statement is wrong. Like Choey says, why are you lying, dude? You guys literally fat shamed the heck out of me, someone you thought was Sarah. Dude, I'm tired. I'm drinking this milkshake, going to bed. I don't have time for this. Hope you enjoyed your milkshake. And she does have countless threads. Like, it's not only the devs of Dress to Impress, it's former people who worked for her. It's people who are creators, apparently, like Royal Luna here. But that is basically the gist of what is going on with Gigi, the creator of Dress to Impress. Personally, I think that Dress to Impress will not be dying anytime soon. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of people don't even know about this drama. And sadly, people just don't even care. I went on TikTok. I saw a couple of these TikToks here, and literally the comments are just, anyways, Halloween update next week. Yeah, I don't really care. It's a game. Who cares? It's a game. Y'all doing too much. Will this be the downfall of Dress to Impress? No. What I think should happen is that Gigi should step down, maybe give Owen or someone else the ownership of Dress to Impress, because I really feel bad for the other devs as well. It's not just Gigi working on this game. It's a lot of people. And if the game dies, then everyone loses their job. It's just like if Bloxburg and something bad happened with the owner and then everyone lost their job, I would feel bad because I know a bunch of the devs now and I know the community managers, and then they'll be jobless, and it's kind of sad, you know? So I think the best possible outcome is Gigi to step down, make someone else the owner, and go from there. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Will you guys still be playing it? Will you guys not be playing it? Do you guys want Dress to Impress to have a new owner? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This was a lot, so hope everyone's okay. And if you guys want to leave a like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.